Hey, what's going on, team? It's Ricky with TechPod Solutions here with a super quick stock market update. So what exactly is going on with the stock market today? Why is it dropping? Surprise, surprise. Again, we talked about this and we actually covered it within my live trading session today. Friendly reminder, if you want to be able to watch me trade live every day, I trade live every single morning with my Learn Plan Profit group, and it's the second link in the description down below if you want to join me as soon as Tuesday when the market opens, of course, because the 3-day weekend. But without further ado, again, this market is selling off because of one thing, and that is because of the inflation reports that have been released as of last week. We had a total of 2 inflation reports, one CPI on Tuesday, one PPI, which is the producer price index, inflation on the producing side of things, inflation on the consumer side of things. Both of them came in warmer or hotter than expected. And what we mean by that is inflation rose more than what was expected. This means that based off of what Jerome Powell said, it is to be expected that the Federal Reserve will have to take more aggressive interest rate hikes in the up-and-coming FOMC minutes meeting because of this inflation data. And this is what's getting factored into the market right now. If you've been paying attention, I've been talking about this as the unemployment reports have been coming out. The CPI data report, I didn't really understand why the market wasn't selling off. But then after yesterday's PPI report, I believe that it began to get factored in a little bit more. So I wanted to share with you kind of like where I see the market going. And again, this is 100% my opinion. At the end of the day, no one knows how to, no one can predict the future of the market. It just would make sense to me that, a pullback is kind of long overdue, right? If you look at, the overall support, this was January 6th. This is pretty much when we were nearly at 52-week lows for the NASDAQ market. We've been on a consistent bull run since January 6th. So congratulations, bulls. It's been an amazing rally. And it was long overdue, right? Especially with that very strong bear rally in 2022, right? We saw a really nice overall uptrend up until really we peaked on February 2nd. That's one thing that I also want to bring up is that we have not shown any signs of progress beyond the highs that we made on the NASDAQ market and S&P on February 2nd. It's February 17th. So you're saying in 15 days, right? In 2 weeks of 2 trading weeks, we have not made new highs. And remember, we've talked about this. Any open position is a position that's open to risk. And if you still have an open position that is not making you any more money than what it did 2 weeks ago, then why do you still have that open position, right? It just doesn't make sense. And that's more on the technical side of things. Now looking at where we're at, we're testing our support range based off previous support levels here for the NASDAQ market. This is right around 297. I would see that to be the kind of the support range that we're going to be testing today. Right now, we're testing that $300 support range for QQQ. We're a little bit below it, but it's been consolidating here. And this is one thing that we talked about in our live trading today. We did hit lows of around 299, 298.88 to be exact, but around 299, that's the general support range. As of right now, we're teeter-tottering around $300. That's going to be where the bulls are going to really try to put up a fight. And that's where I see most of the market trying to hold. If we could break below the 300 at that point, I think it's going to be a walk in the park to hit the 297. And potentially, it would be amazing to see, right? Obviously, I'm shorting the market. It would be amazing to see us not only break below 297. I don't think that this will happen today, but I think in the next couple of days or weeks, right, we'll see the market pull on back to around 287, which is right around the moving average. Remember, I'm not expecting the market to crash. I'm just expecting it to correct itself because it's been on a consistent rally since January 6th. And if it has not corrected itself, then during any bull market, it doesn't matter how bullish it is, markets always correct themselves. Remember, a pullback is not a crash. A pullback is not the end of the world. It's really just another opportunity to buy in at a lower level. And remember, the only people that freak out, the only people that cry and complain about a market pullback are those that did not prepare. So you now know in advance. You don't have to try to predict the future. That's not your job. You're never going to be perfect, but you can prepare. And how can you prepare? Well, one of 2 ways, right? You can reduce your position at overbought levels to anticipate a pullback so you can have money to buy at those lower levels. Or if you're already cash, then again, allow the market to sell off. You don't have to short the market just like I'm doing, right? You don't have to always have a position going long or going short. You can stay cash, allow the market to pull on back. And then once you begin to see that it's showing signs of a support or it's at a price level that you find to be attractive, then you can begin to dollar cost average there. But the thing that I want to encourage you to do is to have options that if the market does pull on back, that you're literally not just a sitting duck, sitting on your hands, hoping and wishing for the market to recover because you have no more money because you bought at the overbought levels and you didn't reduce your position size. That's what I want to avoid because I've made that mistake so many times. I would hate to see any of you that are just getting started making the same mistake, especially if I can make a simple video like this to make you aware of what's potentially bound to happen, right? It's not just on the technical side of things. It's understanding the domino effect of these inflation reports. Inflation came in hotter than expected. That's not an opinion. That's a fact, right? It came in hotter than expected for both PPI and for CPI. On top of that, the Federal Reserve said that they will be more aggressive with future interest rate hikes if we have higher inflation data. So put two and two together. Higher inflation data, the Federal Reserve will most likely be more aggressive. When they announce the more aggressive interest rate hikes, the market will drop. That's it. There's no reason to overcomplicate it. Literally, absolutely no reason. Now, of course, market direction can always change. So one thing that I said to my Learn Plan Profit group is most of us are shorting the market. So we're in the green right now as the market is selling off. We make money as the market sells off. You don't have to be. But one thing that I always say is, especially because of what's happened since January 6th, is always respect the other side. Watch your position size and make sure that you can always tolerate worst case scenario, especially for this 3-day weekend. You don't want to enter an aggressive position. Market direction begins to change. You hesitate, you don't lock in profits, you don't cut losses, and then now you're back holding a position you had no intention of holding for the next 3 days because of the 3-day weekend. Again, all we ever want to encourage you to do is to put yourself in a position in which you can tolerate, right? And to also never be afraid to lock in those profits. So I'm very excited to follow up. Again, if you guys don't follow me on Instagram just yet, that's going to be the third link down below. And friendly reminder, I do trade live every single day, and I try to keep my trading as simple as possible. I show both my green days and my red days, and you get to see every trade that I take in real time during that 30-minute to 1-hour session. So if you want to be able to watch me trade live as soon as the next time the stock market opens, then again, I work with one team and one team only, and that's my Learn Plan Profit group. It's the second link in the description down below. It's a one-time payment, lifetime access, and right now it's our biggest sell, and it's $150 off. So if you've been waiting for a big discount and you've been waiting to join our team, stop guessing, start learning, and you can watch me trade live as soon as the market opens next. And again, that's that second link down below. If you have any other questions, feel free to send me a direct message via Discord. That's that first link in the description. And don't forget to select your favorite items at shoptechbuds.com. We have everything from our new Make Your Own Luck tee to a bunch of trading mouse pads to pimp out your office, apparel collection, right? Motivational tees, hoodies, and crew necks. The wall art collection, obviously to pimp out your room or your office. Periodic elements. This is the day trading art that you see right behind me. That's really popular. It's not canvas, it's actually aluminum, right? And it comes with the push-offs, and you can have the same exact setup that I have. And then we have the flag collection and the accessories with the trading journals. Again, this is all available at shoptechbuds.com or the fourth link in the description down below. I really do appreciate you guys' time. I am using the Webull trading application. That is the fifth link in the description down below. So if you are tired of your old trading application and you're ready to try out a new one, it's free to try out. And right now they have a limited promotion that if you sign up using my link, which is the fifth link in the description down below, you can earn up to 12 free shares just when you deposit $1. And remember, even if you end up not liking it and you sell those 12 shares, you still get to keep it, and it's free money. So again, that's going to be the fifth link in the description down below. I'm very, very excited to see if we can flush out the bulls and if we can hit highs of almost $38 today and hit lows on NASDAQ of $297. But I'll keep you guys up to date both here on YouTube and on Instagram, so make sure that you guys subscribe. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy, team.